Google NotebookLM now has the ability to create slides and presentations, but are they good enough for the lessons that we teach? This video is going to delve into what the presentations look like from NotebookLM, how you can create them, and of course, how you can edit them for your class too. This is part of a series of additional videos that I've created to support with understanding what NotebookLM is and some of the different ways that you can use it. So make sure to go and check out those videos too. Let's have a look at what the lesson slides look like when they're generated. If you've seen my previous video looking at the ways you can use NotebookLM, you will be familiar with this specific notebook. You'll see that there's all sorts of different sources, and all I've done in the studio section is simply create the slide deck. From there, you can see this is what it looks like uncovered, and what I want to do is expand the viewer. From there, you can see that this is what the slides look like. So that's our title page. Starting off with a big question, giving some context with location, and of course these images are generated with AI. We've got a little bit of information to start off with, a bit of an overview. We've got what life was like for a Greek kid, boys versus girls, t-shirts and olives, so that's the diet, and a bit about the culture. Quite a contrasting picture here, so high atop Mount Olympus, so give some general context. Then it goes into the Olympians, some of their family, a world of heroes and monsters, what the Olympics is like, and it just keeps going up until slide 15. And of course, I can then come into this, more options. I can download this as a PDF, and I'm going to show you what you can do in terms of editing. I can share this with colleagues. I can simply press play straight from the NotebookLM itself. And yeah, that's really good. I quite like this. Of course, it's pulled all sorts of different sources. I've not given it any complex instructions. I've simply just pressed the slides button to generate this to start off with. What we're going to look at is what will be created when we input more custom instructions, whether NotebookLM fully understands what we mean, and then look at that. So let's look at a slightly different topic, science, and we're also going to look at the water cycle, because I think that's quite a fun one to teach. Now, to create the notebook, I simply started by putting a couple of different sources in. I think I put a video and a different link. Then I used the search function. Again, there's a really good tutorial on how to use NotebookLM to showcase all the different functionalities, and it generated, and I picked out a few different sources. Then gives us a really strong understanding of things like evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and we're going to have to delve into that. I can do it one of two ways. I can just simply press slide deck and it will generate a slide deck. But the thing is, it doesn't necessarily know things like, do I want a lesson objective, a learning objective? Do I want success criteria? Do I want certain key vocabulary? So what I want to do is try and make sure things are as tailored as possible. And for that, we're going to go into the top corner and press this here. You've got one of two different ways of seeing it. You've got presenter slides, which are clean visual slides with a few talking points. Then you've got a comprehensive deck. Now, I'm pitching this for Key Stage 2. I am going to put detailed deck so that you can see the difference between them. I think the previous one was more presenter slides with a few different options. In terms of the length, we can go short or we can go default. I'm going to go default because I want a strong lesson. This is perhaps the most important thing. So it wants to add a high-level outline or guide the audience style focus. Now, to be able to do this, what I wanted to do is think of a few different things. So I wanted a learning objective, some success criteria, some key vocabulary. I wanted some starters. I wanted a main activity or the main information. I wanted an activity itself, and I wanted a plenary to be in there too. I also, because sometimes it can get a little bit confused, I want it to be UK focused as well. So to do that, I added that prompt in. So if I just show you what this prompt looks like, design a prompt to teach the water cycle. You can see UK spelling. I want it to be year 4. I want there to be learning objectives, success criteria, to understand, to know, to construct. The construct can always change, but just 3 different success criteria. Again, this is just generic based on some of my previous experience as a teacher of a decade on. But again, your school will have its own design of what this should look like, what a good lesson for that school should look like. And you can always tailor and tweak this depending on how you need it. You've got starter question, key vocab, main information, etc., etc. I want it to be national curriculum tied. This is what was created It even pulled out an image from the web, from the online world. I'm not going to put that in. And it's given us a nice activity. This is one of the activities I've actually done in the past. You know, you create a Ziploc bag and you create almost like a mini biosphere of the water cycle, which is quite exciting. And then a plenary there. Wasn't too happy with the actual activity, so I just asked it to add an actual something. You know, some schools are quite strict about having things in books. I think the activity itself would be good with photo evidence. However, that's beside the point. I wanted there to be something that children would actually write down to help with memory retention, perhaps. But I did that. And again, it gave me that activity. So a label diagram, something typical with water cycle, and that plenary is in there. So from there, what I want to do is copy that plan over, obviously moving the image away. I'm going to make sure everything's spelled correctly, making sure that that's all there. And it will take a little bit of time, and we're going to press generate. And from there, you can see it's generating based on the 7 sources. I can, before I press that button, I can pick and choose the specific sources that I want to go with. So we'll come back to that when this is completed. Before I show you the outcome of the slides, I wanted to draw your attention to a couple of my guides that will support you if you're a teacher looking to innovate and more. Edtech Empowered has been used by hundreds of teachers across the world. It's full of 80 plus free teacher websites that you can use to truly support your class. It will help with innovation, saving time, and also with admin too. So feel free to go and check that out. I've also recently released an infographic guide. It's a quick guide to really streamline and tailor some of the different things you can do with NotebookLM and Gemini to create brilliant infographics to support with your learning environments and more. Remember, that was also a video that I created recently, so feel free to go and check that out too. Now, it's worth mentioning that when I created these slides, I ran into a little bit of a challenge. The first 2 generations took over an hour and then just completely crashed out. I'm not sure if that was a glitch. However, it still counted towards my daily uses for using slides in the first place. You'll see here that I managed to create a third and final one, but I wanted to try and create 2, one with the presenter slides and one with the more detailed. So if we open this up, you'll see that this is what was created, and it's nice. It's really good. However, it did take a while, and I feel like it's really important to state that when I put those in custom instructions in, if I don't share that with you, then I don't feel like I'm being honest with you. And perhaps this is just one of the cons of the slides. Because I wanted to take it one step further and show both the detailed and presenter mode, I thought I'd generate it on a different account, different NotebookLM. I'm doing this so that teachers who are just using the free version can see what's available. So here we can see the first version is the detailed one, or at least that's what I thought, because when you put the custom instructions in, it almost overrides those little tabs that you click. So this one's a little bit different. I do really like the title page on this one. We've got a little bit of a hook here, which is great. But the challenge here is the learning objective and the success criteria and all those bits and pieces, they're not on there. So what's important as a teacher, if I needed to integrate that, I'd then have to start looking back and editing and changing things. So the pictures and the design of things looks brilliant. You know, they've got, here's where the energy comes from, the key terminology. You've got all these different bits and pieces. We've even got some diagrams to showcase things. We've got the full cycle here. This is probably what I would use for teaching. What I would like to do, and what obviously is not available on NotebookLM slides, is to integrate a video. I find that videos are really supportive. This is brilliant. I think this is a fantastic slide showcasing what things look like on the water cycle in a bag. That is probably better than an image that I would actually find. Then turning it into a diagram. A fill in the blank is there. As we can see, the answers are at the bottom, so I'd want to be changing that a little bit, perhaps just to whether it's flip it the right way round, or I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Then we've got scientific prediction. This is an interesting question for sure, but perhaps I'd want to put this in a different place. And yeah, like a really interesting final slide. So that was one. If I click off that, you'll see the other one is here. So this is a little bit different as well. And as we can see, if I open this up, the endless journey, this is a lot better. You've got the learning objectives down there now. And for this one, this was the one I tapped with presenter mode. And you can see that really there's no huge difference between the two of them. Simply that, yeah, the learning objectives has been integrated. So with some of this, you do have to iterate, but the frustration is that when I did this on this NotebookLM, it actually took over 10 minutes to generate it. So I didn't have that glitch that I initially had, but it did take a long time to create. So yeah, pros and cons. From here, you can see we've got, yeah, the case of disappearing puddle. That's a nice hook. The learning objectives, I'd want that to be on its own slide potentially, along with things like key vocabulary. So we'll look at that in a second. Water is never new. That's the nice fact that we've got there too. Okay. Evaporation. So all these slides, these are great images and great explanations, and I've not had to do a tremendous amount of work. So it's there. That's a great diagram of what we were going to be doing as an activity, and that fill in the blank is there as well. You've got final couple of questions. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate this a little bit, because this key vocabulary slide is brilliant, but I actually want it a little bit earlier on. So with this, I can play it like I've mentioned, but what I want to do is I want to download it. But we're going to just let it download, and then we're going to come and edit it. Now, the way we're going to edit these slides is by using one of my favorite tools, good old Canva. So once it's loaded, you simply drag the PDF in and let it load. Then it looks a little bit like this, but unfortunately, each slide is just an image. Now, if you've already come from my infographic video, you will know what I'm about to show you, but you can see that there was a few different things that I wanted to do. I wanted to change these learning objectives a little bit and to make that a little bit bigger. So to do that, we'd be adding those slides in. That's going to be a little bit harder, but we'll see what we can do. We're going to try and see if we can go into the edit section here. We're going to go into magic grab. We're going to have to, we're probably going to have to brush a lot of this. Okay, from there we're going to press grab. I'm hoping that it just pulls out what I want to grab. We'll see. And then you should be able to delete. It's not done a terrible job, but you can see it's not quite perfect, so it'd be a case of going into edit. You'd need to go into magic eraser, wherever that is, here, and then we'd need to start with the whole erasing things, which is not terrible, but it's just worth knowing that it's there. Okay, so then from there we'd want to go into edit, and we'd want to be doing grab text. You can see the learning objectives are down there. We're going to want to grab both, I think. So we're going to go to all text and press grab. And then from there, you can see Year 4 Science, the water cycle. And I can just manipulate that text nicely. And then I can bring that up. Don't like the color of the text, so I can press all, turn it to black-ish, make it bigger, and so on and so forth. And then if I need to change elements of the learning objective, I can do that. I can make it wider. Success criteria, Year 4 Science, the water cycle. I'd have to then manually come in and add in that learning objective. So this is just worth noting. Of course, I could just add in a separate slide altogether. Now, as mentioned before, what I wanted to do was to bring that slide, this slide here, up a little bit. So we'll just simply drag that into there, and all of a sudden we've got a decent looking bank of resources. Would I add the hook in? Maybe I'd add the hook in there before we start talking about things. Yeah, if we go back to where we were before, suddenly we've got the learning objective. Bring that up. We've got the success criteria, case of disappearing puddle, got the key vocabulary, water is never new, the engine. What I want to do actually is I want to perhaps add something here. I want to add a video in, so it'd just be a case of going into this again, looking at that magic text perhaps. So I just want to grab that. So I've grabbed the magic text. I'm going to get rid of that. You can see there's that space there now for a video. To add a YouTube video in, I'm going to go into apps. I'm going to go to YouTube embed, open, and then it's going to let me search for a video. Water cycle key stage 2. This one from the BBC will be perfect to support, and then that would be useful. And then we can see as we go down here, all the different things are available. Word bank is down there to support with that. We've got some of the fill in the blanks, a chance for discussion, and so on. So, not terrible, just took a little bit more time, but you can see that it's created beautiful slides, but there's those pros and cons. Now, to share it, it would be a simple case of share. You can share it with colleagues through link form, but you can go into download settings. Here it will download as a PNG, which is, you don't want that if you're doing presentations. You can download it as a PDF, but you can also download it as that PowerPoint, depending on what you're using it for. We've looked at what NotebookLM can create with slides, how you can create them yourselves, and how to edit them. If you want to subscribe so you can see more videos about AI, EdTech in the classroom, feel free to do that. It really supports the channel. Also, feel free to go over to my website, linked in the description, to check out some of the additional resources I've used to support you. Hopefully I'll see you in another video. Until then, I'm out.